Welcome back, guys, to another great and insightful topic on 3R Zero Waste Environment Foundation's unofficial channel, Do's and Don'ts. In this video, I'm going to tell you specifically about the ways which we can implement to make our environment clean and healthy by just simply changing our lifestyles a little bit so as to create a big impact. Trust me when I say even the smallest step towards this can create a change. But before we get to know about these, why do we need to do this? Well, as you saw in my previous video, our environment is taking a huge toll when it comes to pollution and cleanliness of it. As a responsible citizen of Earth, it is only our duty to protect and keep it safe and clean, so as for those living presently won't leave a devastated world to the future generations, which might be depleted of its resources. An initiative put forward by the 3R Zero Waste Environment Foundation is the 4 dustbin concept. It is an innovative idea of segregating waste and making people aware about the different types of waste and how they are needed to be separated from each other. The 4 types of dustbin by color as shown here are green for organic waste, orange for plastic waste, blue for paper and cardboard waste, and red for e-waste and metal waste. This new idea will certainly prove to be a game changer to resolve the issue of the ever-growing waste in our country. Now, let us move on to the do's, which we should do rightly. First one, we have reduce, reuse and recycle. This 3R cycle is going to be very handy when it comes to preserving the goods in our environment, as resources and objects which are considered waste can be reused and recycled for another use of it to make the most of that object, and we can also reduce the amount in which they are being used initially. So less amount of usage or consumption of such resources can take place in order to minimize waste and improve the health of our environment. Next one we have is using paper wisely, and when I say this, I really mean this. In our country, around millions to billions of trees are cut down to produce paper per year. Could you even believe that number? The importance of trees is very high in human life, as without them there will be no life. Therefore, for this, we can plant more trees and also we can switch to technology using digital media to do work paper free. Choosing sustainable products. When sustainable products are used, they provide environmental, social, and economic benefits while protecting public health and environment over the whole life cycle, from the extraction of raw materials until their final disposal. This is a much more smarter way of using resources than buying different things again and again. Taking out trash and recyclables separately. It is never told about, even I myself got to know one day when I was throwing out my trash. Like, really, if something is of no use to you and you still know that it is recyclable, give it to somebody else. Don't mix them both. The final one, instead of taking your car or motorcycle, walk to get something from the bazaar, market, etc. If it's walking distance, what's the harm in walking down to it and getting it for yourself? Taking your car wastes its fuel, plus walking is beneficiary for health too. Now, those were the major points which I need to cover under the do section. Now, let's head on to the don'ts section. Wasting electricity. Leaving fans, switches on even though we don't use it. This is a habit we all cultivate in our life and sometimes don't even care to do so, simply because of laziness. This leads to wastage of electricity and depletes us of the resources. We should immediately change this bad habit and do what is right. Like electricity, leaving taps running also leads to wastage of water, which is also not good. In some places, there is not even enough water available, and we should feel ourselves lucky to even use that privilege. Therefore, we should be careful while using it. The third one, which I am going to address, is about wasting plastic and paper by drinking out of throwaway cups. This leads to wastage of more paper, which in turn leads to cutting down of more trees. Well, I have covered enough about trees before, so I hope it is a self-explanatory point from now on. Some people tend to drive their fancy cars, motorbikes, etc. to places where they want to go. This not only consumes the fuel of the vehicles, but also spreads pollution into the environment, which is harmful. Therefore, we should ride bicycles if possible to get to places where we want to go. So yes, that was it from my side for today. This video was different from the first one As I know most of you guys know about all of these tips, but ask yourself and be honest, do you really keep this in mind in your day-to-day life? Do you apply these? Well, if you hadn't put much thought into it, don't worry, my friends. Please do so from now on. Remember, our actions speak louder than our words. So, get up and get to work. Make sure to like this video if you find it informative and an eye-opener, if it was really a bulb-on moment for you, and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of our content. This was me, Karthik Sengar. Take care and stay safe. Signing out.